certainly hope so. Hey, Lucy, thanks for coming on by. So let's get to the bad stuff first, okay? The scary stuff. What is the risk of too much screen time and technology for particularly kids?
There are two types of attention, voluntary and involuntary.
Okay.
When you read a book, write a report. In contrast, there's involuntary. When a text pops up, when we watch a TV program, Candy Crush screen, these are the attention snatchers.
Okay.
They grab our attention, often without us even realizing it.
Today, in 2016, kids are more surrounded by technology than ever before. With increased availability of tech, kids receive devices at younger ages and are raised in a culture that enables easy connection to a myriad of sources and collections of data. With an increased availability of tech, an increased sense of dependency has emerged. More connection, more texting, more social media, and more
video games and a calculator. Snapchat.
Probably Snapchat and Tumblr, but I call people on the road sometimes just to stay awake.
Calling people.
Mostly for social media and taking pictures.
Instagram, Twitter.
Just regular communication between not only my work life, so email and texts and whatnot between faculty and staff, but also my family. It's my primary tool probably for looking up information and for connecting to social media.
Texting and social media.
A new study by the Kaiser Family Foundation says the average kid is exposed to 2.5 hours of music a day, 5 hours of TV, 3 hours of internet, and just 38 minutes of reading.
This always had a computer area, but what we did not have were the carts of computers going to classrooms, so that even though it's not precisely a one-to-one, we've sort of moved in that direction of making laptops available in the classroom.
Homework on paper and research in the library has shifted to the laptop screen, and this has happened in schools across the nation.
Well, studies do show that using technology excessively and social media excessively does inhibit face-to-face communication skills.
And just to trust that sometimes social media is such a negative critique, but to be honest, most people are using it for the right reasons. It's a way to immediately connect with each other, but there's a nice thing that it allows for more visual and video connection to things versus just writing about it or telling about it. You can see more with social media, and I like that.
I don't think it does much harm. I think that the good in social media is I am able to connect with older friends.
I think it's definitely good for collaboration, especially with a school like ours, where we have students coming from Kentucky and the city of Nashville and Clarksville. Doing at-home collaboration is very helpful.
I feel like if you use social media as a news outlet and a way to communicate with your peers, then it can be more good than harm. If you use social media as a way to portray yourself as an inaccurate portrait of who you really are, or to just obsess about other people's lives, that's probably doing more harm than good.
I see sometimes it's used as a teacher. I see teenagers using it in negative situations sometimes to gossip or to cut each other down, and that's not good. I think it's sad when you walk through the halls during lunch and people are focused on their phones. I really have to fight with my advisees to keep their phones put away and have them interact. I'm glad that we did not have this technology when I was in school. As a parent of a teenager, I see the differences in the way that he acts and the way that I acted in high school, and so I think we were more eager to socialize.
I feel like people want people just to see the best of their lives on social media. So you see all the good stuff and none of the bad stuff. Nobody's going to post about the time that they got food poisoning on social media. So people definitely portray themselves a certain way on social media.
Yeah, I think that social media offers kids to play with language a little bit more than they used to. One thing I do like about, I'm not on Twitter, I've never been on Twitter, but I hear that it's limited to 140 characters, for instance, and I think that that's a nice writing skill to practice, being concise, choosing words carefully.
Technology has crept into the social lives of students and teachers alike.
Well, social media for me and in my group of friends, it's created a lot of drama. And I know for other people it creates a lot of dramas because you're worried about what another person's doing, if you're not invited to like that big event and you see people posting about it. So I think it does more harm.
Well, I actually had social media accounts for about 2 or 3 years, and I deleted them all.
Why did you decide to take that leap of faith and stray away from social media?
Well, I felt like when I strayed away, like I got too involved with it. Spend 3 or 4 hours a day on something that wasn't necessary.
People are too afraid to show themselves. They think they have to be somebody else to fit in.
I think people portray themselves as like fake and not really it's like made up.
It does a lot more harm because it creates like kind of like a blanket around society. People can do what they want when they want, and it gives you the power over people. It's like everyone can see it.
I try not to live my life through my phone, because I think too many people, when something exciting happens, they try to immediately put it on social media, like, oh look, I'm a cool person. But in truth, no one else actually cares that much.
I think it definitely is a time waster and people get addicted to it, but I think it's also a good way to connect with people if you, use it the right way or whatever. Also, it's a good way to express yourself.
Lonely, sad.
I don't actually have my phone on me now, and I've definitely checked my pocket a couple times. It's definitely kind of weird. Don't feel connected. Kind of feel like you've lost it.
I check my phone maybe 150 times a day. I'd say I was on my phone every 20 minutes during the day. If I'm not in a class, I'm constantly checking my phone.
The world is going to continue moving forward. New technology will arise, and the relationship will keep evolving.